Hello and welcome to Yoga for Beginners for Strength. We'll get started in this seated position. You can have some blocks available to you, some blankets, pillows, books, anything to help with an assist. If you need a little bit of a lift to sit on a block comfortably or to sit cross-legged comfortably, go ahead and do that. So we'll be started in a seated position. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up and down your back, just warming up into the upper body, shrugging the shoulders up and down the back. One more go here, up and down. So we're just going to drop the chin down to the chest, and then we're going to gently look up to the ceiling, shine the chest forward and up, and then again drop the chin down to the chest. Keep curling everything in, and then shine the chest up towards the ceiling, and then curl everything in, chin to chest. Press the belly button back to the spine, hollow the spine out, and then looking up, shining the chest up towards the sky, broadening through the collarbones, and curl everything in, and then come back into a neutral spine. Take a pause here for a moment. Place the hands on the belly and close the eyes. And see if you can send the breath into the abdomen, really filling up through the belly. And then on your exhale, really press everything out, pressing from the belly button. Your inhale, you're softening the abdomen, really filling up the air all the way into the belly. And then your exhale is really pressing everything out, emptying out from the belly, pressing all the air out. Inhale, fill up through the belly. And exhale, empty everything out. We're just going to roll over onto hands and knees in a tabletop position here. So in your tabletop position, make sure shoulders are on top of wrists, hips on top of knees, gaze is down on the mat. Your spine is nice and long. Really press the knuckles into the mat, claw the mat with the pads of your fingers, and put more weight into the thumb and index finger. And begin to press the palms into the mat and turn them outward as if you're opening up a pickle jar. From here, press the ground away. Curl the tailbone in, tuck the chin down to the chest, and on your inhale, shine the chest forward, opening up through the collarbones, sits bones reach up to the sky. Exhale, press the ground away, curl everything in, emptying all the air out. Inhale, drop the belly, look up to the ceiling, reach the sits bones up. And exhale, press the ground away, curling the spine in. Inhale, shine the chest forward, look up to the sky. And come back to a neutral spine here. We're going to put more weight into the right palm and more weight into the left knee. Inhale, reach the right leg back, and then reach the left arm forward. You're going to go for pulling the arm and the leg in towards the midline and kind of puff up through the back. Really press the belly button back through the spine. Inhale to grow longer. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. And exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. One more just like that. Inhale to extend, and exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Hand and knee come back down to the ground. We're just going to switch sides. So put more weight into the left palm and more weight into the right knee. Kick through the left heel, extend through the right arm. Really grow long here energetically from heel to fingertips. And then on your exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch, press the belly button back to the spine. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunch belly button to the spine. Place the hand and the knee back down. And then bring the big toes to touch, knees come out wide. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Melt the chest down towards the ground. Forehead comes down on the mat. Really reach through the hips. So hips are sinking back towards the heels and reach the fingertips forward. And from here, we're just gonna snake through onto our belly. So forehead comes down to the ground. Palms are by your ribs here, face down. And squeeze the elbows in towards one another and allow the shoulders and shoulder blades to slide down the back. Press the tops of the feet firmly into the ground and then lift up, lift the chest, shine the chest forward, lifting through the back body. Continue to squeeze the elbows in towards one another and down the back. One more breath here. Exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Place the right ear on the mat and allow the hands to come down by the side. Just to pause here for a moment. And then bring the chin back through center. Palms come back by the wrists or by the ribs. And then again, press the tops of the feet firmly into the mat. Inhale to shine the chest forward. Squeeze the elbows in behind you. You're lifting through the back body, shining the chest forward. Your gaze is down. Squeeze the elbows in. See if you can hover the hands up off the mat a little bit. And exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Bring the left ear to the mat and extend the arms down by your sides just to pause for a moment. And on your next inhale, the chin comes through center. Place the palms next to your ribs. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Inhale, peel the chest up. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Cobra pose. See if you can hover the hands off the mat. Exhale, forehead comes down to the ground. Now we'll set up for an up dog position. Press the tops of the feet firmly into the mat. Your palms are gonna slide back just a little bit, so still on the ground. Remember, more weight into the pointer finger and the thumb. Claw the mat with your pads of the fingers and press into all the knuckles. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Start to press the palms into the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Shine your chest forward. Lift up through the knees. Engage in through the ribs and lift the belly button. One more breath here. Continue to press the toes firmly into the ground and reach the hips up into your downward dog. In your downward dog, just pedal the knees out. So bend in one knee and then the other. From here, press the palms firmly into the ground. More weight into the fingers, pointer finger and the thumb, pressing the pads of the fingers down into the mat. Get really high up on the tippy toes, bend the knees, and take a bunch of little bitty steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale to grow tall, and exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbows, and drape your body over your legs. So really glue your thighs to your abdomen and drape the body over. See if you have opposite elbows, kind of sway from side to side. Relaxing out the head. You can nod the head yes, shake the head no. Continue to engage in the lower abdomen. This will help with reaching the sits bones up. And if you clasp opposite elbows, go ahead and switch your grip to even out the sides. And nod the head yes, and shake the head no. And then dangle the arms And then one vertebrae at a time, start to grow into a standing position, allowing one vertebrae to stack on top of the other until you come all the way to a standing position. Head and shoulders come last. When you get to the top of your mat, shrug your shoulders up and down. Again, shrug the shoulders up and down. In your standing position, energetically reach from the heels all the way up through the legs, zip up through the belly, broaden the chest, palms face forward, head is lifted as if there's a string lifting the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Gaze is slightly forward. Feel the balance of your feet beneath. You can rock front and back, side to side. And from here, energetically push your fingers down towards the mat and on your right side. So really reach the right fingertips down, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Continue to stretch the right arm down. Keep a nice long spine other than the bend in your neck. Keep the kneecaps lifted. And then gently bring the head back through center. We'll switch sides, so left fingertips are reaching down towards the ground. Right ear to the right shoulder. Just keep energetically reaching the left fingertips down towards the mat. Keep zipping up through the belly. Keep the kneecaps lifted. The shoulders and chest broad. And keep that right ear down to the right shoulder. And gently bring the head up through midline. On your inhale, reach the arms out and up. Look up to your fingertips. Forward fold. From your forward fold, you want to inhale to come up halfway. Press the palms firmly into your shins. Engage in the lower abdomen. Think nice long spine, gaze is down. Keep pressing your palms into the shins. Keep engaging in the abdomen. Forward fold. Step back into a plank position. In your plank position, check that your shoulders are over your wrists. You're on the balls of your feet. Engage in the abdomen. Lift the kneecaps. Gaze is slightly down. Your spine is long. Think nice long line of energy from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Squeeze the elbows in here. You can drop the knees and then drop chest and chin together. Come down all the way onto your belly. Palms slide back slightly. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale to peel the chest up, cobra pose. Exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Come up onto your knees for just a moment. Tuck the toes, press the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, fully. Exhale, fully. Keep pressing the palms into the mat. Keep relaxing the head down. Keep reaching through the sits bones up towards the sky. Keep engaging the belly button back towards the spine. Your knees can be bent, heels lifted up off the ground. Get really high up on the tippy toes. Bend the knees a lot. And take as many steps, tiptoes up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to come up halfway. Pressing the shins, or pressing the palms into the shins. Nice long spine. Keep pressing the palms firmly into the shins. Engage in through the abdomen. And forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. Look up to your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. step back, plank pose. Shoulders on top of wrists, pressing more weight into your pointer finger and your thumb, clawing the mat with the pads of your fingers. Your spine is long, your kneecaps are lifted, your abdomen is engaged. One more breath here. Drop the knees. Chest and chin come down at the same time. Elbows squeeze into the ribs. Forehead comes down to the mat. Walk the hands back slightly. Inhale, peel the chest forward, gazes forward. Squeeze the elbows. Exhale, forehead comes down to the mat. Come up onto the knees and hands for just a moment. Tuck the toes. Reach the hips back, downward dog. Press the palms firmly into the mat. Reach the hips up towards the sky. Relax the head. Engage in the abdomen. Slight bend in the knees. You may be up on your toes slightly. Heels are lifted. One more breath here. Get really high up on your tippy toes. Bend the knees a lot. And step as many steps as you need to come up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to come up halfway. Press the palms firmly into the shins. Nice long spine. Abdomen is engaged. Forward fold. Inhale to come up all the way. Arms reach out and up. Look up to the fingertips. Exhale, hands come through heart center. In your hands at heart center, press the palms firmly together, pressing the